Big Big World is a fairly straightforward tune that just uses 4 notes. We're going to have our hand in a position where we have our thumb on middle C and the rest of our fingers covering the notes D, E, F and G. Big Big World starts with an anacrusis, which is a sophisticated way of saying a couple of extra notes before the start of the tune proper, when the left hand comes in with a C chord. Now, the right hand begins with 2 fast notes, 2 quavers, played like that, before we have 3 one-count E's. It carries on like this, and you'll see that there are some quavers, some faster notes to be played at the end of the first 3 whole bars, like this. Even though you may be relying on the letter names under the notes to tell you which keys to play, it's a really good idea to try to use the blobs, the funny symbols that make up the music, to help you with the rhythms especially. And the notes that are meant to be played quickly, you can see, are joined together with that thick beam at the top. So the C and the D at the very beginning of this piece, I know they're to be played more quickly than the other notes because they're joined together at the top. Here's the beginning of the tune again. Notice that I'm leaving my hand in this same position with 5 fingers covering 5 notes. And so on. Practice it slowly to begin with. If necessary, practice just a small chunk of the music, just 1 bar or 2 bars, until you're confident and fluent, and then play it slightly faster until you can play it at this speed. And so on. This piece uses only 2 chords in the left hand. Make sure you've pressed the accompaniment on off button so that the sound you hear down the bottom is something like this. We need to use the C chord, which is the very bottom key on the keyboard, and the G chord, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th key up from the bottom. As I was doing there, you can use the same finger for both if you like, or you can place your hand in a 5-finger position and use your thumb for G and your pinky for C. It's a good idea whenever you play any keyboard or piano piece to practice hands separately. So practice that change from C to G and back again. Because this piece has an anacrusis, an extra couple of notes at the beginning, it's a good idea to use the sync start function of the keyboard. What this will do is add the beat as soon as you hit the first chord note with your left hand. The beat we get by pressing the start stop button. If we press the sync start button before we're ready to play, you'll see that there's a flashing thing in the middle of the display panel. That tells us that the beat will start as soon as we hit a chord. Just to give you an example, I can play this key here and you will hear the beat start automatically as soon as the chord is played. So, my left hand is down the bottom of the keyboard now, ready to play the piece. Press the sync start button and away we go. If that's too fast, remember you can press the tempo tap button and then the minus over the right hand side of the keyboard and reduce the speed until you're comfortable. Always a good idea to practice things slowly to begin with and then gradually notch up the speed until you're comfortable.